get this to work. Okay. Hello everyone. The first source that I will be talking about is off the ERC database. It is the development and validation of the endorsement of the Hookup Culture Index. This article just talks about several aspects of hookup culture in college. It talks about the rules that come with these encounters, the behavioral aspects, the commitment, and the fun in it. The researchers used data analysis from 2 studies that they performed. I can't highlight on this, or I would have, but you can see the charts on here. And if you just kind of skim through it, you can see the different things that they looked at, and then the methods and results and stuff. But the researchers used data analysis from 2 studies they performed to provide evidence of how many students believed that hooking up was fun, harmless, and a way to control and power to express sexual freedom. While evaluating this source, I kept the CRAP method in mind. Although it is an article published on the Journal of Sex Research and can also be found on the ERC database, I still conducted the steps needed to verify if it was safe to use or not. I will use this source to support my second major point on how these encounters can impact one's mental and emotional state. One thing that I did see in this article was that they did a research where it is actually proven that women go through negative and emotional consequences after a hookup. So there's my first source. Like I said, I couldn't highlight. I really don't know how to use this Clipchamp thing. But so just like the last one, I also could not highlight any points on this. But this second source is also on the ERC database. This is the effect of differential susceptibility to social influence on endorsement of college hookup culture. This article just talks about the sexual exploration amongst college students due to freedom, peer pressure, women's perspectives, and relationships. The researchers used descriptive and diagnostic data analysis to investigate the susceptibility to social influence and perceptions about hookup culture. And because this article is published by the SciSci Journal of Psychological Research and is also on the ERC database, I know that the source is safe. I will use this source to help back up my point on how and why college students feel. My third and final source is off online. It is not off the ERC database, but I used the CRAP method and the resources off Module 2 on Blackboard to help me decide if it met the requirements and if it's safe. This article is very similar to the rest of my other sources. This is It's College, Everyone is Hooking Up, Truths and Misconceptions About Hookup Culture at Brown. This article talks about how hookup culture affects people's thinking, the pressure of doing it to fit in, and the role dating apps play in this. The researcher spoke with several students at Brown about the unspoken pressures that hookup cultures cultivate, and found that students feel pressured the most during their first year at college. I will be using this source to help me prove my points of how hookup culture affects people psychologically and emotionally, especially in women, and how the pressure creates a desire for validation rather than the desire of meaningless sex.